What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Empires 4 action, spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as the Sniper. Wait, let's start that again. Playing in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing against the French. Oh my golly gosh, it's the Sniper. I had the pleasure or displeasure of playing this man. One game, or a couple of games, but one game in particular. And we had an hour and 10 minutes slog. I don't recommend it. My wrist hurt at the end of it, and ouch. If you want to check that game out, it is on my YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description for you YouTubers. But it was a very fun game. Lots to learn. And yes, his opponent today, you know him, you love him. He is definitely one of my favorite humans in the entire world, and one day I would love to go and hang out with him over in Europe somewhere. His name is Hagrit, based off obviously Hagrid, but with a T. You got to get that one correct. It's not with a T. It's not with a D. It's with a T. So you have to Hagrit because he has got the grit, right? No? Yes? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, the map you ask, I've got no idea. The map is Boulder Bay. The classic Boulder Bay. Now, this map here, I think there's a lot of players at this point in this game's life cycle who are of the opinion that this map has got one civilization playable on it. Now, I'm here to tell you that I don't think that is necessarily 100% correct. I don't think that French is the only civilization that has a possibility of winning on this map. Fish is super strong, so the fact that they have the Hulk is a big, big bonus. But I feel like there's a lot of delayed tech play you can do on this map with other civilizations. One such civilization is the Delhi Sultanate. They can do, first off, their fishing ships can attack, so you can send your fishing ships in to kind of push off fish early and slow your opponent down. But more importantly, they get access to the elephant archer. So if you can get to that point where you can get out enough of those elephant archers and your opponents spend all of these resources on hulks, then you can simply just go, well, lol, attack move, go, and then just walk into your opponent's base and kill everything because they don't have anything to deal with that. Other options are things like Chinese tower rush. If your opponent's base is looking anything like this, you get a tower here, you get a tower over here. I think this would be, yeah, you get a tower here, you get a tower here, you get a tower here, and you just get all your upgrades, and then that's like, oh, there's no gold there for my opponent. Oh, my opponent has no gold, and now I win because he can't make any hulks because he's got no gold. Living the dream. So, such are the things. Yes, good, feeling great, fantastic. But yes, okay, so right now, the current build that everybody goes for with the French is something to the effect of you take all your villages at the start, your 6 villages go over onto wood, get your lumber camp, get your into wood. One of the villages that's building the lumber camp comes over and builds the dock. You put 4 villages onto food, 1 villager onto wood, so you have 4 villages food, 6 villages wood, then you put 2 villages onto gold, and then you put the rest onto food. And you get up and you feel great about yourself. Hagrid's doing something different. He's got 3 villages on gold, and so does Sniper. So they're both going to have over-gathered gold before they're going to be putting down their landmark. Now, the issue with this, and the only reason actually at this point it's looking like Sniper's actually behind on gold and above on food, and Hagrit is above on gold and below on food. So both of them not getting that crisp gather in. And the only reason this is important is because the landmark, the earlier it gets up, the earlier it gets finished. So, I mean, you can put 1 villager on, 3 villagers on. You want to get it going as fast as you possibly can. But we are seeing Hagrid. Let's look at this distribution of villages here. 8 villagers on gold, 8 villagers on wood. It's exactly the same. He's going to be piling villagers onto wood right now as he's getting his Chamber of Commerce. He's got himself 6 fishing ship, 7 fishing ship, absolutely standard. He's going up for an 8th fishing ship. It's looking like no second dock just yet at all. We are seeing the wooden walls coming up now for Sniper. No second dock for Sniper. He is only going with 6 fishing ship, and I wouldn't be surprised to see anything other than the Chamber of Commerce. Now, the Chamber of Commerce is effectively simply just a market. It's not a better market. It's not a worse market. It is just a market. So you're saving yourself 100 wood by going through Chamber of Commerce. 100 wood and also the time of building a market when you're in the second age. I actually am not sure that this is the right play anymore. I think that the School of Cavalry is so much better because it lets you get your cavalry out faster and it gives you an extra 50 wood. I think that this Chamber of Commerce, useless. Just build the market in the feudal age and it's going to be better. Your opponent's going to get a better value on selling their food early, but who really cares? Doesn't matter. You're going to have the scout. You're going to have the... you might not even want to sell that food. You might want to just get those cavalry going, move them into your opponent's base, get some raids down. We are seeing some walls coming up for both players, though, so they're just going to be able to prevent all of that. But hey, what if you just said, I'm going to make 3 or 4 knights. I'm going to make a transport ship. I'm going to sneak around this way, and now I'm in my opponent's base, or in my opponent's base, and they're feeling sad and sorry and dead. You can do that. And speaking of the transport ship, I believe the transport ship is a first age unit. So you can get an early transport ship and send villagers in to this area up here in order to throw down a bunch of barracks and go for a huge spear rush to kill your opponent while he's going hulks. So there's a lot of options here that have not been investigated by anyone yet on this map because of how oppressive France seems, or the French seem. So lots of options for counterplay against the French, but nothing that's really been utilized yet that I've seen. But I'm interested to see what people come up with in the future here. But I do love this from Hagrit. He's got 9 fishing ships. And here's the thing, right? We've got a double hulk coming out and extended lines. I love this technology here. Plus 20% gather rate for the fishing ships. That's huge. I've already got a high gather rate. And then also the plus 10 carry capacity is gigantic. And Hagrit's just going to sit back. He's just going to sit back and say, look, I'm going for tech. I'm going for the economic upgrades. I don't want to fight you because I'm going to take my advantage under my docks, utilizing that defender's advantage. And Sniper is going to have to be like, well, what am I going to do? So he's not getting anything. He's not getting himself extended lines. He's not getting himself additional sales. He's going to have 2 hulks to come in. By the time he hits Hagrit, Hagrit's going to get this extra hulk out, and it's going to be completely fine here. But Sniper's 0 food here. Hagrit with a little bit of food here. And if we check out this, you are only getting 50 gold right now per 100 food. So it's a little bit sad, but potentially going up into the castle age very quickly here as well as an option. But Sniper's like, he's got to know that he actually can't attack Hagrit, even though Hagrit's behind on production here. It's just this weird situation in this, how this game plays out. And water battles are incredibly frustrating for me as a Mythology player, especially as a Nilla player from the early days, where if I had an advantage on water, all I had to do was just like press that advantage and I get further in front. On what it seems like in the Frenchman at the very least, if I've got an advantage, I can't press it if they sit underneath their docks unless I have a ton more hulks than them. But we are seeing the hulks moving in. And then we will start seeing the cheeky, what did Drongo call it? The switcheroo micro, where you basically move your hulks left to right, up and down, and you get them shooting nice and quick, and they do all the good damage. But we are seeing some of those fishing ships getting sniped here, as Sniper is going to say, time to retreat. 3 hulks versus 3 hulks. I don't like those odds. And he's just going to leave. We are seeing this scout going to slowly but surely take down this palisade gate, as he is sitting with next to no HP. But I mean, Hagrid could just come over here and repair this if he so chooses. But yeah, right now, given the fishing ship advantage, it's 6 fishing ship here, 2 6 fishing ship it looks like. Well, 7 fishing ship. So we'll see. See more hulks coming out. No real attempt to go into any land units here. Boulder Bay is an interesting map for sacred sites wise, because if you don't have control of the water, you will not be able to control this sacred site. So you have to control the water to get a sacred site victory, but then you also have to control this location, which technically you can control with the water advantage as well. So winning the water here and going for a sacred site victory is a very, very real possibility if you guys want to be attempting that one. Especially if like your opponent goes for a, I guess if they go for a land rush, they kill your landmarks, but maybe you can put a landmark up on the top island or something here to keep yourself in the game. But funny things, and we are seeing now Hagrit thinking time to go. It's 4 versus 5, so a slight advantage here for Hagrit. Has either player gotten additional sales? No. I actually feel like additional sales is probably really, really important here, as it puts you up to, I don't know what it is, something crazy, 1.3 tiles. I don't know. Anyways, Hagrit going to be attempting to move in. He's just going to say g'day. He's already set up to shoot a little bit, and he's going to say, oh, all right, that's it. I'm going to retreat. He's just poking himself and getting some scouting information. It's very, very important. Oh, is he going to wait inside of this? He's totally waiting. He's totally waiting, and the boats, they're on top of each other, sniping down. You have to focus fire this. This Hulk going to be attempting to retreat away. He will not get away as he does lose that one, but one Hulk has gone down a piece here, and it's looking as if Sniper has got no idea how many Hagrid's got right now. Sniper is attempting to pull back his ships here, and he is doing it with some decent success right now. Nice sniping, nice shoot and scoot micro here, or switcheroo micro. I'm never going to get used to saying that, Drongo. It's just not going to happen. But Hagrid moving in, going to attempt to take these Hulks down. He's doing a good job here, as it's looking like Hagrid says, I got the advantage, but does he have the advantage underneath the docks here? He will be able to snipe this one. It's looking like now it's 4 Hulks to 6 Hulks, as Sniper is looking like he's pulling ahead. It's actually 5 Hulks for Hagrid, 6 Hulks for Hagrid now, so he can keep the fight alive, but one very, very low Hulk on this location, one very, very low Hulk on this location. And still, this is some of the most annoying things you can possibly do is with this scout here. But he's looking like he's going to take it down. He is looking like he is going to take it down. It's very, very close here. You can even see that the gate is kind of open now. Very good. And now we have the lull. Hagrid sitting with a little bit of food in the bank. Sniper with not very much. No military buildings up. No attempt to do anything other than make these Hulks. This is something that the players are going to have to get used to not doing, I feel. Because I think you get a lot more value out of putting pressure on the land here than winning the water. If your opponent overcommits to water, then you just go all in on the land and you can win. Because imagine right now that if Hagrid had spent all of the resources he had on, there we are, on some barracks or on some stables, gets himself out siege engineers, and just pops around this way. Same thing with Sniper. Just think that these ideas of killing your opponents are very, very strong. Anyways, we are seeing that villager comes over here. Going to start repairing the palisade gate as the scout is being very mightily annoying. And I think this barracks is simply just Hagrid saying, oh, go away, leave me alone. Kill the scout off, live the dream. But both players just booming a little bit here. No second town center or anything in this situation just yet. Kind of a bit of a sad state of affairs over here on this location here. Definitely want to be rebuilding those lumber camps. As you can see, it's exactly what Hagrid's doing. Keep those lumber camps nice and close. Something that Hagrid's going to have to be a little bit aware of is he's going to open up this forest very, very soon. So the spearman comes in and pushes the scout away. We've got 10 Hulks right now to 10 Hulks. Both players with exactly the same amount of units, but population-wise, Hagrid's 97 and Sniper it's 99. So essentially equal game here, and it's a mirror, and there's really no other surprises to be had. And we are seeing that second town center coming down for Hagrid now. That's going to give him a real big opportunity to either 1, give up on the water, or 2, just get further ahead on the economy. We are seeing that these are, oh golly, this fight not going very well for Hagrid at all. He's starting to fire away. Nice play thus far. He takes down 1, but he's about to lose 2. Another one does fall here. This is actually a very close fight. 8 Hulks to 7 Hulks, it looks like. 8 Hulks to 8 Hulks. The more Hulks are coming in here for Sniper, as he's looking like he's potentially going to be coming out in front. Nice micro there from Hagrid. Pulling Sniper's boats back. Neither player doing the big micro that you need to do in this situation here. Just move to the left, move to the right, and I think that increases your rate of fire by quite a bit here, but neither player doing so. Maybe I'm wrong about what you're supposed to do with Hulks, because these guys are very high on the ladder, but maybe I'm wrong, but it is looking like Sniper is winning this fight very, very simply here. Nice play for Sniper, and Hagrid's in a bit of a predicament, but he did get 2 town centers. So he is completely fine here to spam those villagers out. He is going to lose his fish over here. And basically what happens when you win the water is you need to stop building these hulks. He's building a lot of hulks here. He needs to stop. And he needs to start getting, one, he needs to get extended lines, but then he also needs to spam out the fishing ships. Each one of these docks is effectively a town center. These fishing ships build in 25 seconds with 60 wood. So effectively a budget town center. And you can just spam them over here onto the deep water fish and get up to like 20 fishing ships or something like that and be in a fantastic position. We are seeing Hagrit attempting to hold on to the water here, but there's just so many hulks for Sniper that I'm just not sure that it's gonna quite work out for him. If he does move forward, he'll be shooting away at these hulks here. Hagrit could start doing some of that micro if he wants to, but it's looking as if maybe Hagrit's going to be able to hold on to this for just a little bit longer, just because he's got that dock defending situation. But no, it's looking like Sniper will end up taking Hagrit's hulks down with more coming in. There's another one here for Hagrit actually. Going out with more fishing ships, seeing what he can do. Pulling back. And two very low HP hulks moving back home to get repaired by their fishing ships here. And you see these hulks getting taken down slowly but surely. And this is looking pretty bad for Hagrit, honestly. Like, he's not got any military out. He's got villagers pumping. But what's Sniper doing, though? That's the question. He's not really taking any of this advantage and running with it. And it's looking like he's actually throwing it away here by fighting underneath this dock. He's trying to take down these hulks, but it's just not really working for him. He's continuously retreating back. These hulks all just sitting underneath the docks. They take a long time to re-heal. It's looking like 5 health every second or so underneath the docks, which is still a very, very long time. You do see this Hulk retreating away. 60 HP remaining on that one there. Sniper has managed to keep them alive, but a lot of his boats alive. But I mean, he's allowed Hagrit back in with that push. We see another dock coming up on this location over here for Sniper. I actually really like this dock because this is in a very aggressive location. He's going to be able to heal these hulks up very, very nicely. He's just going to send all of them over. He's got 10 hulks here. Very low HP versus Hagrit's 6 with much better HP, to say the very least. And now we see more villagers popping out for Hagrit as he's just kind of plodding away. Ooh. I love this wall from Sniper. I love it. This is, when you have map control, take it more. Take it with walls. When you have the advantage, take a bigger advantage. And we are seeing Hagrit going to be attempting to get his own wall up over on this location, but the Hulk's saying no. And Hagrit will be aware of this dock now. So we'll see how this is going to go. Still just spamming Hulks. It is feeling to me a little bit like neither player has got a game plan here. Neither player has got a game plan. No real strategic idea on how to win this game. Not very sure what the win conditions are here. As Hagrit is just trying to hold on to the water and Sniper's just trying to win the water. Game plan is Hulk smash, says the fixer. Exactly. It's not much of a game plan at all in the end of the day. No harass onto the villages. No trying to take down buildings. No forward builds. This wall here is the most strategic thing we've seen thus far. It looks like the village is being picked off. And we see the face-off. The calm before the storm here. 15 versus 12. But these fights could go either way. Because at this point, right, the Hulks do 100 damage a shot. So once you have more than 10, once you have 10 actually, you should be looking to fight. Because you can one-hit a Hulk. You just move forward, right-click, and it will die. Because it's only got 6 range, or 6 armor. So maybe you need 11 Hulks. But once you have more than 11, you should just fight, and you can just snipe one, snipe one, snipe one, snipe one, and you just win. You just win. But here we go. Sniper is going to be attempting to make this happen right now. And especially if you move in and you make the first fire, because the opponent's just going to be kind of randomly attacking. Here we go. One does fall there. And Sniper, oh, he's turning around. And he's going to take a lot of damage running away. Running is always bad. Never run. Unless you have to run, in which case run. But here it's looking like that's a big advantage for Sniper. He's not taking advantage of it. Now Hagrit's feeling like he's back in the game. Look at the villager population here. We've got 71 for Sniper versus Hagrit, who's on 85. So he's creeping ahead ever so slowly. So we are seeing Sniper having to move over onto this location. Hagrit's got a lot of gold in the bank. Not sure what's going on there, whereas Sniper's got next to none. So Sniper obviously spending his resources really, really well thus far. Really just moving over here. He needs to get some more lumber camps sorted. There's a ton of wood in the back of the base here for Hagrit to utilize versus Sniper, who really doesn't have that much back there. He's got all this wood in the front, but it's a bit sad. Now we're finally starting to see some knights coming out here. We've got the Royal Knights. Still not in the castle age. Both players just in age 2 here. 19 hulks to 15. So there's still a big, big advantage. Like if you're 1 hulk in front, you've got, it's 20 hulks actually. If you're 1 hulk in front, you've got a big advantage. But we are 20 hulks here. We're seeing these boats just moving forward. And I feel like the actual micro you should do in this fight here is move forward, attack, move forward, attack, move forward. Don't attack at max range because those back boats are just so clunky. You just got to keep getting in there. And maybe even separating into 2 separate control groups is a good way. And it is looking like Sniper was probably going to be able to clean up the majority of Hagrit's boats here, as Hagrit's just not... He's not, well, one, he's not controlling this very well because he has to be focus firing, and it's looking like he's kind of letting his ships do whatever they want. But 2, there's just been outproduced here. And so many hulks for Sniper. But it's a slow and arduous process here. As Sniper is continuously bringing these hulks back. I don't think you should. Just leave him in. If you lose him, you lose him. And then we see a 3rd town center coming up for Hagrit. So Hagrit's in this position now 22 minutes into the game where that fishing economy is not going to matter in the slightest. The problem is losing the water is going to be the sacred site issue that we were talked about before. And also you could potentially make some of these trade ships to send up to this coastal trade post as well. They're very, very expensive. And if you have control, they're very, very good. You can, what's it say? Once assigned to the trade, you trade ship and make repeated trips between its home dock and trade target. It'll be very, very good. Very, very good. We are seeing Hagrit losing out on this water, but it's not going to matter anymore. It's way too late in the game, and Hagrit's going to start getting out these Royal Knights. Whereas, what has Sniper got? He's got 2 barracks with an economy of 80 villages. 2 barracks. If we do the maths on this, these infantry take 15 seconds to train. 60 resources. Or 80 resources. I would say that's probably about 8 villages a barracks, or maybe 6 villages a barracks. Probably 6, maybe even 5 villages a barracks here as Hagrit hits the castle age, and he's got 2 of them. So he's just got no way to produce anything here. Well, the castle age has come through for Hagrit. Which landmark did he get? Always interested. The guild hall is the call here from Hagrit. I mean, if you look at the thing, you get the Royal Institute, which is actually a very interesting one. Gives you all those researches for cheaper. But the guild hall is kind of a saver. If you just sit here and just gather these resources and just grab them randomly in the game, you're going to be completely fine. Now we see the Royal Knights moving forward, looking for something to do. Over here we see these spearmen getting sniped. Or not getting sniped. Looks like the spearmen are going to win these fights here because the Royal Knights just don't deal with them very well at all. But obviously with that upgrade that's going to be coming through fairly soon for Hagrit, it's going to be fine. We are seeing more barracks coming up, and potentially we will start seeing a ton of archery ranges coming through. It's exactly what's happening here. For Hagrit, I'm going to start transitioning into that. But again, you've got the water. Build a transport ship. The transport ships on maps like this, where people wall up, are so incredibly strong. Any sort of unforeseen threat that comes to them will do maximum damage. So, for example, 5 to 10 knights jumping into that transport ship, going over into your opponent's base, walking in here, taking down all these villages. So much pain for Hagrit. Because right now, Hagrit's dealing the pain. And I feel like he's not concerned about the things that he should be concerned about. Obviously, because that's not what's going on here. So it's fine. These knights going after Doc here. I want to be trying to find the villages. There's still a little bit of gold left in this gold vein, so definitely want to take that one down. We see more spearmen coming over onto this location. We do have the veteran Royal Knights out now for Hagrit. Very, very strong. Do a lot of damage. Going to be looking for someone to kill. So they're walking around doing their thing. But, I mean, I think Hagrit's really got the control of the map here. The other thing that you want to do, which I think that a lot of players need to get used to, a lot of the players from different games, not specifically, the players not from Age of Empires 2. So the players from Age of Empires 3, the players from Mythology, players from Age of Empires Online. One of the first things you want to do when you hit the castle age is get a monastery and start grabbing the relics. There's 5 relics on every map. So if you can grab 3 of those relics, you're going to have a big, big advantage. Grab 4 of the relics, even more of an advantage. 5 of the relics, you get the max advantage. So if you can get onto those early, it's really good. But meanwhile, we're seeing Sniper just not paying attention. He's losing so many villages. Hagrit's raid's always very, very strong here. We see the spearmen circling around up onto this location, going to attempt to take down these veteran Royal Knights. We're doing a good amount of damage to them there as he does snipe 1. There are 2 more remaining, and he will be able to pick those off, but more are moving into his base. And at this point, with the upgrade, the veteran Royal Knights, they take next to no damage from the town center, and they completely wipe out the opponent's villages incredibly fast. We're seeing a bunch of stables now coming down for Sniper. Has he gotten himself? He still hasn't got drift. Oh, he has got the upgrade. Never mind, he does. He just doesn't have many fishing ships. You know, like I said, you need about 20. Just keep going. He's got 13, I guess. He's got a lot of wood in the bank he could be putting into fishing ships to get more food. Just something he's really going to need. But Hagrit is definitely pulling ahead here. We're starting to see some of these archers coming out. No upgrades yet. He does have the veteran upgrade to be grabbed. And he can start thinking about getting some springolds. So he can go Knight, Springold, Archer, and be in a fantastic position. He's going to be taking down this barracks. Nice play. More spearmen coming out for Sniper. It seems like a bit of a desperate thing. If you ever see your opponent going spearmen against the Knights, they do have horsemen, but Archer Knight is so strong. So we'll see how this is all going to go. So we're starting to see another barracks going down, all these production buildings going down. The Sniper is going to hurt a lot. Sniper is at 184 of 200 population though. But a lot of that is in hulks. These hulks here, how much population are they? It's 5, right? 5 population? 4 population. How many does he have? 40, 44, 48. How much population do you have in hulk? Oh, he's starting to delete them now, just before I can say. Okay, he's going to delete them and he's going to get that back. We're seeing the veteran Royal Knights moving in. Both players have them. The spearmen are here. We are seeing a mangonel out. Whether or not it's going to help or not is the question. We're starting to see some battering rams coming in as well for Hagrit as he wants to put the pressure on in order to take down Sniper. But yeah, Sniper's just got to get those units pumping out. I don't think he's got an armory out just yet either. Doesn't look like it. He does have his siege workshop. He is making Springolds. Springolds are very, very strong here to take down the mangonels and everything else. But now Hagrit's like, oh, it's time to go. Time to fight. The sneezes. I'm very sorry about that. All right. I see Hagrit trying to push in. He's got the army composition. He's got the unit numbers. We do have the veteran spearmen and the veteran Royal Knights here for Sniper. We see Hagrit pushing in. He can start taking down the Chamber of Commerce as well. That's exactly what he's going to be going for. But the spearmen can now start taking that down. But we are seeing the mangonels will get a lot of damage done from the back. And it will be a very close fight here, though. I think, yeah, Hagrit's got +2 range defense here, I think, which is going to be a big, big help in these fights. We are seeing those veteran longbows need to start focus firing the spearmen. That's the tough part about this, is making sure that in these fights you can click on the spearmen. But it is looking like these mangonels are getting absolute work done. But now the Springald coming in is getting dealt with by Hagrit with his veteran knights. Takes down that Springald. And the battering ram still doing damage. It's 158 population to Hagrit's 180 population. 180. Absolutely insane. Super far in front. We see the villagers getting sniped over here. Nice decision from Hagrit to go after that. And Sniper in that moment will decide to tap out here. GG. Well played by Hagrit. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.